Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. First, the news. President Barack Hussein Obama, the first African-American elected to the Oval Office, has seen his approval rating drastically plummet on a recent Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman news poll. Despite Obama's recent appearance in Copenhagen, Denmark, where he met with world leaders to solve the planet's environmental disasters, absolutely nothing has changed. In Juarez, Mexico, sanitation workers are beginning to fight back. Meanwhile, the underwear bomber remains behind bars as activists from around the world demand answers. Border controversy. Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio and his reckless deputies continue to circumvent the law as basic freedom is flatly denied. Mystery surrounds the circumstances of an unknown woman from New Hampshire who attended a spiritual drum circle gathering only to contract the deadly anthrax disease. Sources here at Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman, sources inform us that the poor good woman is in severe pain and that she may in fact die within hours. White House spokesman Robert Gibbs had no comment. And right here in Portland, Oregon, a delegation holds a special quorum to begin preliminary discussions of complete secession from the U.S. And now, with the ongoing war in Afghanistan, let's go to our correspondent about Afghanistan, Ian Mates. Ian. Amy, Afghanistan! It's been nearly a decade and things appear to be worse. Way worse. Absolutely dreadful here. U.S.-backed President Hamid Karzai indicated earlier that new and confusing elections shall be held sometime in the spring of 2010. Meanwhile, drone man carriers pelt whole targets across the hostile border as overexposed coalition soldiers welcome the fresh troops from President Barack Obama. Ian, Obama plans on sending over 30,000 American lives. Amy, he does. New recruits arrive nearly every hour, it seems, ready for battle against not only the mad Taliban fighters, but also this bleak and wretched landscape, Afghanistan. Moving on to the People's Republic of China. China! Ancient and strange events lurk deep. Ordinary citizens nod and bow knowingly. Eyes glow black with a message of enormous beware. Amy, China is preparing to take solid control of the entire world. And the entire world, including the U.S., shall beg mighty China. Ian, do you think Obama will beg China for forgiveness? Certainly not, Amy. Not a chance. Correspondent Ian Mates. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. Times are tough. The situation is grave. Has Obama done enough, or are the American voters done with Obama? This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman, currently on an international tour. Now more than ever, speaking out against Obama and the corporate gods that guide him. Now more than ever. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. Healthcare. Recently, a watered-down and dismal bill was passed by both the House and the Senate. Joining me now, via satellite, consumer advocate, corporate critic, and presidential candidate, Ralph Nader. Ralph, Obama. Amy, Obama's too busy drinking beers with top cops and college professors, snacking on wasabi sour almonds and thin ravioli tapas. Amy, according to sources close to me, Obama even secretly entertained Kanye West And Taylor Swift with some organic sourdough bread and a warm jar of Nutella. Ralph, the healthcare debate, it's not over. No, Amy, it's not over. Look, guys like Obama, guys like Biden, like Rahm Emanuel, they're rubbing elbows with guys like T-Bone Pickens, Sam Nunn, guys like Barry Switzer. They're eating chocolate holiday apples and rare roast beef with a unique horseradish cream sauce while listening to Miss Patti LaBelle sing yesterday's pop songs and sign White House napkins. Ralph, a recent Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman news poll indicated Obama's approval rating was plummeting. With so much going on, so much going wrong, Gaza, Copenhagen, Baghdad, Baltimore. Ralph, do you feel like I do? Peter Frampton, 1975. Well, actually, 76, Amy. Via satellite, consumer advocate, corporate critic, and presidential candidate Ralph Nader. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. As I mentioned earlier, Obama went to Copenhagen and failed. Joining me to discuss Obama and his failures on the phone, Golden Globe and Oscar-winning actor Morgan Freeman. Morgan, Obama, his failures, his disappointments, as an honest African American in the sleazy Hollywood industry, how does that make you feel? I like to play mentors to white men. You play Nelson Mandela. Amy, I prefer to narrate the films I'm in. Now, I don't know if you got the chance to see Grey Gardens, the film about the eccentric Bouvier woman related to Jackie O. I felt Grey Gardens needed me to narrate the story along, as if I were the Bouvier lady's mailman all those many years. And at the end of the movie, they would throw me, the mailman, a wonderful birthday party. Subsequently, I would have served as a mentor to white women. Morgan, final thoughts. Obama has abandoned hope. Some are calling him the worst president ever. Should Obama step down? Amy, I hope that when it's all said and done, Hollywood will remember me as the mentor. Joining me to discuss Obama and his failures on the phone, Golden Globe and Oscar-winning actor Morgan Freeman. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. Currently on an international tour, now more than ever, speaking out against Obama and the corporate gods that guide him. Now more than ever. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman. I'd like to personally thank today's guest, correspondent Ian Mates, consumer advocate, corporate critic, and presidential candidate Ralph Nader, and on the phone, Golden Globe and Oscar-winning actor Morgan Freeman. I'd also like to thank our associate producers, Walt Dickerson and Bobby Hutcherson, engineers Ben Grubbs and Betty Kindle, interns Jen Tapp, Sunflower Barlow, and Otis Gomez. This is Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. I'm your host, Amy Goodman.